Welcome to this lecture. So in this lecture I will show you how to pass the data from one activity to another, means from main activity to second activity. So let's start this lecture. So head back to your Android Studio. So I'm going to use the previous project as an example. So one click of the second button, I want to pass the data, which is the name of my, what I want to do when I just click on the second button. So I want to display a name inside the second activity. So in this second activity text, I am going to replace this text with the name of the Android. So how we can do that, we will see in this lecture. So first switch back to the main activity and just copy this code from here and paste it inside this change_bg function 2. Then here we need to write a one line. So with the use of this intent object, we need to call a method, that is intent dot put extra, and then we need to specify here the key. So I'm going to specify the key as name. Then we need to specify the value. So the value I'm going to display as Android. So we are done with the coding. So this data will be sent to the second activity. So just double click on the second activity, and here first we need to connect our text view, which is this view, inside the second activity. So I'm going to close main activity, also activity main.xml. Here what we need to do, first we need to declare the variable of text view. So I'm going to use let init var, then text view. So this is a text view. Then initialize it inside the onCreate. Text view is equal to find view by id, and the id of the text view is as text view. So let me first see whether the id of the text view is specified. So its id is text view 2. So I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it here. And after that we need to write the code to get the data which is passed by the main activity. Means this data we need to write the code because this data is passed to the second activity .class file. So how we can access it? So we need to write the code for that. So first we need to declare a variable that is called val. Then we need to create a variable of a bundle, then colon, then call a bundle. And this is a bundle. Then question mark equal to intent dot extras. Then hit an enter key. Then again we need to type a bundle with the use of this object. This is a bundle object name. So I'm going to type bundle. Then again question mark dot, and then we need to type a keyword, means not a keyword, it's actually we need to type a let. Then inside of this body we need to type again bundle dot apply. Inside of this block we need to get the data, which is the data is actually in a form of string. Because the data is actually in form of a string, so we need to declare a string variable. So for that we're going to type val, then the name of the variable, that is a small string. You can name it whatever you want. Just for the demonstration purpose I'm going to use string, and hit a tab key. Then again question mark equals to, then type get string. And here we need to specify the key, which is same should be as this one. So I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it here. And after that we need to set this value to our text view by calling text view dot text, because in Kotlin everything is text. If you can also use set text, but that is not a recommended thing when you are working inside the Kotlin. Then we need to type the variable name, that is string. So yeah, we are done with the code. Now it's time to run the application to see the code in action. So I'm going to run this into my virtual emulator. So we hit OK. So you can see that our application is up and running. So when I click on this second button, so you can see there the text, which is, let me show you inside this is the text inside the XML that is second activity, and you can see that the text changes from second activity to Android. So if you want to add more text, like here Android is an OS. Again, if I try to run the application inside the virtual emulator, so you can see that our application is up and running again. So when I click on this second button, so you can see that the text second activity is replaced with the text Android is an OS. So when I click on this back button, if I again click on this second button, the text is still present. Then if I click on this first button, so now the activity is actually destroyed. If the second activity is destroyed, then it is actually shown the second activity. And again if I click on the second button, so now it's actually displaying the Android is an OS. So that's all about this lecture. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.